Okay, remember, it's not so much a speech as a Q&A. The administration will have invited people to submit questions to the president, and usually that runs into the tens of thousands. So they will choose specific questions that are asked and answer them rather than make a speech. It will be very focused on the economy, as you say, because all the opinion polls show that that people are now much more concerned about the trend in the economy, what it might mean for their lifestyle, they're worried about inflation, interest rates, etc. So he's really got to address all of these topics and try and reassure people that the government, if you like, does have a credible strategy for reviving the economy and creating growth.
Chris, how much of Russia's economic prospects have been held back by this big elephant in the room, that is of the sanctions? So we know that the EU just recently extended the sanctions that were applied because of Crimea a couple of years ago. The US as well, more activity overnight on sanctions due to interference in the elections. I mean, how much is that actually impacting business activity on the ground, do you think?
Well, look, it's having an impact, but there are three factors that come together. Sanctions is certainly one part of it, and it's a major part because, of course, it means that there's a reduction in investment. Companies are concerned about uncertainties about future sanctions, etc. So there's no doubt that is having an impact on future investment plans. But it also, remember, sanctions hit at the same time as the oil price took a big hit in late 2014, which forced Russia to finally address its oil dependency, which it has done. There's now no longer a correlation between economic activity on a short to medium term basis and the ruble with the oil price as there was before. But then the big issue, which I think we need to also take into account, is that Russia was also finally getting to the point in 2014 when it needed to address this kind of lack of reform. Like, growth was already slowing despite the high oil price. So in the last couple of years, the government has had to address sanctions, oil price, and also try and come up with a new economic way forward. And now it says that it has decided on what that is. It's what we call the May decrees, which essentially is national project spending. And President Putin should address that today. He'll probably outline what some of these measures will be and what we can expect in terms of spending in specific projects. But really, the last couple of years have forced Russia to finally address some long-standing problems. Right. And the question now is how effectively they've been able to do that or not. But sanctions is certainly a big drag in the backdrop.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.